Well, first of all, most of the teachers that were working for Madison County stayed with the Madison City Schools, which was good for us. They knew the students, they knew the administrators, so that worked out well. The challenge was that for our district office, I was the first employee, and so we had no one else working in our central office. So we had to start from scratch and start hiring people or making recommendations to our board to hire people to build our whole district office, which was a challenge. The other challenge was we didn't know exactly what it was going to cost. We had a good idea, but we wanted to make sure it was going to be successful. And so we went back and double-checked the figures, looked at the feasibility studies, that at least two were done. We did another internal feasibility study to determine again what the cost would be those first couple of years. And so after doing that, we felt very comfortable we could be successful.
Did you feel like you were going about it alone, or did you have good support and help from the community and from the leaders?
This is another reason why Madison City School District is still very successful. We had the mayor, the city council, PTA groups, board members, all were on the same page, all working together for the good of the student.
And the community support was there too?
Absolutely, absolutely. We heard very few negative reports, but also we kept giving them feedback on where we were, what we thought our vision was for the future.
Well, what do you attribute to that drive from the community? What was it? What was the driving force?
I think they wanted better schools, a better education for their students, and that by forming their own school district, this was one of the main ways that they could do that.
With local control?
Absolutely.
So if you had, in a couple of words, or just, how would you describe Madison City Schools?
Oh, I think it's outstanding. I know when I was working there, we were in the top 5 school districts in the state every year for student achievement. So we knew our students were achieving at a very high level, and that's continued to happen without question.
So if you had to give one-word answers, give me a couple one-word answers.
Outstanding, innovative, progressive, caring, everyone working together again for the good of the student.
Have you been back to Madison since?
A few times I have, and it's amazing how Madison has grown and how the school system has grown.
Have you do you have a sense of satisfaction knowing what it's become?
Well, it was certainly a team effort. Not any one person or any one group of persons did, but yes, it's very satisfying to look back and see where we started and where it is today.
And again, what was the biggest challenge that you would say was that faced you in creating it? You had a very short amount of time to do it.
We had a short period of time to do it, but we met with our teachers, administrators, and one of our main goals was to have one of the smoothest, best openings that first year so that we could prove to the community and people really throughout the state that, hey, this can be one of the outstanding school systems in the state and in the country.
So you had a good, smooth opening.
Absolutely.
And then you stayed on until 2007, right?
Correct.
So there were still a lot of challenges, I mean, from not only from getting it started, but for the next couple of years.
It was each year. One of the main goals we also had was to put additional money into professional development for our teachers. We know that when we could send teachers out to conferences and to workshops, they would come back and teach other teachers what they learned, and teachers love that because most of them became teachers because they love learning and wanted to be lifetime learners.
You know, that atmosphere survives today. There's a huge push on internal sharing of those things. So is there anything else you'd like to reflect on that I didn't ask you?
It's just still exciting to read about what's going on in Madison in the school system, and I'm so proud of the other people that have worked to make that happen.
And how important is community support? I mean, getting the community involved, because it took some tax increases. Those are not always easy to pass, but it seemed like you got it.
Well, The plan was, and this happened before I came on board, but they did the tax increase before the school system started. So they created a nest egg so that when we did start the system, we had some funds available already.